thank you all for coming.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Shelley and Christopher in case you didn't know who they were. I was born here in California, so when you say Missouri to me, I think it's maybe some sort of state east of Nevada. That's about all I know. But it's a state, it's the show me state, which I think that phrase, I'll show you mine and you show me yours, comes from. And the state animal is a mule. I bet you didn't know all
I didn't
this.
know that.
And they also are known for the tallest man in medical history, 8 feet, 11 inches and 0.1. But the thing it's known for the most, of course, is our beloved Shelley. It's where she was born. And Shelley's always had a thirst for knowledge and always wanted to better herself. And so she went to the university there in Columbia and didn't get 1 degree, but got 2 degrees, a BFA in graphic design and a BS in art education, K through 12. Is that right? Yeah. And so, and while she was going through school, she worked at a restaurant called Murray's, where she worked with 2 of her best friends, Jan Carla and Lana, lifelong friends. And after she finished college, she decided she would reward herself and take a 3-week trip to Europe. Take her camera along to Europe. So she went there, and when she came back, she got her nose straight to the grindstone and started to work teaching art at high school level. And while she was doing that, she sold many of the photos that she had taken on her trip. And that trip was more than just a trip to take photos. It was something that expanded her whole view on life and life outside of Missouri. So she was bitten by the photography bug by selling the pictures, as some of us here have been, and decided that she would come here to Santa Barbara to Brooks Institute. They hired her, and so she was working and going to school, and then about halfway through school, she sort of outgrew their teaching there at Brooks because of her talent and her abilities, and decided to stop that and for some reason come and work for me. I don't know why. Maybe she thought she'd learned something, but I think I've learned a whole lot more just because of the kind of person that she is. So to show you how hard a worker she is, she used to come to my studio at 8 in the morning and work until 5, and then she would quickly change and go to Downey's and work until 12 or 1 in the morning. And then she's decided to start doing wedding photography. And when Shelley does wedding photography, it's not 3 pictures from your wedding, it's more like 800 pictures for your wedding. And with each picture, you have to color correct it and retouch it. And so not only was she working with me and at Downey's and then later at Seagrass, but she was always editing these pictures. And so she would sort of come into work a little blurry-eyed, but always there to do the best job that she possibly could. And while Shelley was getting her degrees in school, Christopher was getting his degrees in life. And Christopher's from Guatemala, and in 2007 his mother took ill, and in Guatemala they don't have health insurance and medical insurance like we do here. So the best thing that he felt that he could do was to come to this country and work and send his money back to his mother so that she could get the best medical condition. So Christopher came here and he moved in with his brother Luis, who was here, and he immediately started to work with Luis's wife and clean houses, and he worked at a local Motel 6 and helped them to do what they needed to keep their place nice. And 4 months later, he decided that Las Vegas wasn't his kind of place, so he moved here to Santa Barbara in with some friends. As soon as he got into town, he got a job at the Harbor Restaurant, which is on the pier, as a dishwasher. And the woman who owned the place that he stayed in, she had painting jobs. So he would get up at 6 in the morning, paint all day, and then go over to the Harbor Restaurant and wash dishes and work there all night. Well, lucky enough, somebody came with an opportunity for him to work at Seagrass. And he took it because he never says no to work, and neither does she. So he's at Seagrass, and guess what? He meets Shelley.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
yes is right. That was the good. Now, it's interesting because at this point, Christopher doesn't know a lot of English. But the English that he does know is, Shelley, I love you. And he would tell her that over and over and over again. And Shelley would, yeah, I love you too, Chris. That's nice. And he decided right in that moment when he met Shelley that he would learn to speak English so that he could talk to Shelley. And Shelley tells me that it seemed like every time she came around a corner, Chris was there making googly eyes at her. And she found out later that he wasn't making googly eyes for anybody but her. So they both worked there at Cadiz. And let me just tell you something about Chris. And I have to read this because I'm not a restaurant person. But in the 3 years that he started working here in Santa Barbara, he moved from a dishwasher to a prep person, to a salad maker, to a line cook, to a lunch head, to a grill cook, and then to sous chef. And for those of you who don't know what a sous chef is, like me, it's someone who's the right arm of the chef. Now this kind of position, people go to school and they wait years and years to get. But in 3 years, Chris has moved up the line, and all the while sending 80–90% of his salary back home to his mother so that she could have good medical care. So this is a real special guy. Well, April came of 2011, and after a gallant fight, his mother did pass away. And 2 weeks later, he started to go out with Shelley. And Chris's words that he told me that he lives by is, anything is possible. And this man makes it happen. And so I'm just honored to be here with these two incredible people and be here with all of you. So next we'd like Megan to come forward and read a poem.
This is a wedding blessing for you guys that I found. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be sheltered to the others. May you feel no cold, for each of you will be the warmth to the other. Now you will not feel lonely, for each of you will be a companion to the other. Here you are as two people, with one life before you. Go now and enter into the days of your togetherness, and may your days be good and long upon the earth.
Next on our program, Rebecca will come up and sing a song called Wrap Me Up. You're certainly welcome to join in on the chorus if you're that quick in songs to sing it to these two beautiful people.
I surrender this moment, I give up to win. I am ready right now for my grace to begin. I have struggled so long, now I open my heart. Let my soul guide me and make a new start. Oh, wrap me up in love again. I am home in this warm place. It's all that I crave. Wrap me up in
you have to do something. Christopher, do you take Shelley to be your partner in life and your one true love? Will you trust, respect, laugh with, and cry with her faithfully through good times and bad, regardless of the obstacles you may face together? Do you give your hand, your heart, and your love from this day forward for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
That's good. Shelley, look wonderful. Do you take Christopher to be your partner in life and your one true love? Will you trust, respect, laugh with, and cry with him faithfully through good times and bad, regardless of the obstacles you may face together? Do you give your hand and your heart and your love from this day forward for as long as you both shall live? Christopher and Shelley have chosen some vows, personal vows, that they want to say to each other right now.
Me first.
Sure. Ladies first.
Mine's just short and sweet. I think Lana said it best when she first saw you, and she said, "Where have you been? We have been waiting for you." And I feel the same way, and all the time you were there. And you're my home. Immediately I felt at home with you. Thank you for laughing and crying. I can't wait to start a family with you. We've already started.
Know what that is?
I can't wait for it to happen. So, I love you, and I want to be there with you forever.
The miles, I don't know if it's short or long or sweet or not, but I have to say, every single morning for me, as soon as I woke up and I see Shelley right next to me, that's amazing. It's something that I can't explain, because for me, you are everything. Without you, I feel like nothing, like something material, which I think I am now. I'm a person. I have to say, with you, every single moment, every single minute is so special. I love you, and thank you so much for coming to my life and start to create our family, which is amazing. Thank you. I love you.
Luis, the rings. I guess. Okay. I'll give this to you, Chris. And repeat after me. Please place this ring on her finger. Oh, and repeat after me. That's what it says on there. I was ahead of myself. This ring is a token of my love. And you can hold her hand. There you go.
This ring is a token of my love.
I marry you with this ring.
I marry you with this ring.
With all that I have and all that I am.
With all that I have and all that I am.
You can put the ring. It fits. Okay, Shelley. This ring is a token of my love.
This ring is a token of my love.
I marry you with this ring.
I marry you with this ring.
With all that I have and all that I am.
With all that I have and all that I am.
Put it on. It doesn't fit. Well, I'm going to finally say it. By virtue of the authority vested in me as a commissioner of civil marriages, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride. Woohoo! beloved, I now would like to introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Contreras for the first time. Now everybody can go talk to him and kiss him and hug him.
Well done.